My grits are lump free. I literally hate lumps in my grits. Like, ew.
I don't want to eat that.
Good morning, good morning. Well, it's morning right now. But, hello, anyways, wherever you are, whatever time it is. I'm Olivia, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make the best grits you have ever made in your entire life. Grits are always a great option no matter what time of the day it is. Usually they're for breakfast, but in my household, in the Sarmiento household, we eat grits like any time of day. Growing up, I always knew how to make grits thanks to my mom. She's Black American and she just cooks all the delicious, soul food of the world. But as I've gotten older, I've perfected the recipe. I have added my own touches and things like that. So if you want to learn how to make the best grits, keep on watching and I will put you onto my recipe. It's a must have.
Okay guys, first things first, I love to have my ingredients already measured and organized. So for the ingredients, you're going to need grits, salt and pepper, butter, and the secret ingredient, well, one of the secret ingredients is Parmesan cheese, and the other secret ingredient is heavy cream. For cooking utensils, it's imperative that you have a whisk and a measuring cup. For the grits, I'm going to use the regular quick 5-minute grits. I am going to be measuring by the serving guide that's on the back of the box. I used to measure by eye, but I did start to use the serving size and it works perfectly. So if you're ever confused about the water to grits ratio, read your package. Next, to a clean pot, I'm just going to add my water on to boil on medium-high heat. And now I'm going to walk away and find something to do because what's that saying? A watch pot never boils. Now that our water is boiling, it's time to add our grits. So I just went ahead and poured those in, and this is very, very important, guys. You have to whisk the grits. So in the beginning of the video, I mentioned that I do not like lumpy grits. That is totally disgusting to me. I don't know, it's a texture thing for me, but in order to get perfect creamy grits, I always whisk them. So now that I've stirred them really good, I'm just going to cover and let it boil until it thickens a bit. So here we can see that the grits have gotten a little bit more thicker. They've absorbed some of the water, so I'm just going to whisk it again, and then I'm just going to cover it again and let it thicken some more. And guys, I do want to mention that although the package does say quick 5-minute grits, they take more than 5 minutes to cook. They will start to thicken within 5 minutes, but texture wise, the grits itself is still not soft enough, so I cook them actually for about 10 to 12 minutes. As you can see, the grits are now thick and bubbling. At this point, you want to just cover it and reduce the heat down to about, I'll say number 3 heat, so in between low and medium heat. And do not open your lid until the bubbles calm down. Child, I'm not Carlos and I'm not trying to get burned by no hot grits.
I got some hot grits over there on the stove. Lisa, why don't you give Carlos some?
Okay, now that the bubbling has stopped, we can remove the lid. Sorry for all of this steam. I feel so sorry for my camera lens right now. As you can see, our grits are thick and creamy, but not creamy enough. So now we're going to start to add our last ingredients. So go ahead and drop your block of butter in first. This is about a half a stick of butter. And like I said, butter makes everything better. So these are going to be creamy, buttery, just savory, delicious grits. Okay, and once our butter is fully melted, we're going to add our Parmesan cheese first. This way you can taste the grits and it will give you an idea of how much salt that you need to add to your grits. The salt is by taste, but since Parmesan cheese does, it has a salty flavor, you don't want to have over salted grits. So I'm going to add that first, and then you can taste test and see how much salt that you need to add. To taste test, I'm just going to grab a separate spoon and give it a little taste. Now I done tried to be cute and professional and, you know what I'm saying, measure the salt out for you guys, but that wasn't working. These grits need a lot more salt, so I'm just gonna go ahead and sprinkle until my ancestors tell me to stop. All right, just stir that in. Let's give it a little taste. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now, throughout this process, I did leave the grits on the heat. You don't want to take them off the heat because grits get cold really quickly and they'll start to just be like a block of grits, almost like polenta or something. And I'm sure that you can tell these grits are super, super rich and creamy, but not creamy enough. Our final ingredient that we need to add is our heavy cream. I definitely prefer to add heavy cream versus milk because it's just more richer. And you also want to add it at the end because I've cooked grits a million times, and if you try to add it in the beginning of the process or in the middle, the milk or the heavy cream that you use, it like burns at the bottom of the pan, and you don't want burnt grits or like that burnt taste. Like, no, we just want it nice and creamy. So as you can see, guys, it has gotten super, super creamy, and the color has even changed. They're not transparent anymore. I'm just going to place these back on the heat for a little bit and we will be ready to serve. Now that our grits are off the heat, they're creamy and ready to serve. I'm just using a ladle and I'm just going to spoon it into the bowl. So these grits that I've made, I like to call them savory grits because I know that some people do put sugar in their grits to make them sweet. No judgment, not my thing. I like to stick to salt and butter, but if you like sugar, go for it. But I'm just going to eat these with some bacon, some eggs, and we in there. Guys, if you made it to the end of this video, please give me a like. Do not forget to subscribe to my videos so that YouTube can notify you when I post great videos like this. Everyone should know how to cook grits. Super simple and delicious. Let me know in the comments what you guys want me to make next, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.